We had to work hard today. We knew we'd have to work hard. I mean, Ipswich are one of the hardest working teams in the league. At home, they're sort of fighting for every point. And I thought, obviously they started the game really well, first 5 minutes with the energy in the stadium, but I thought we did the hard things really well. A couple of times in the first half, we kind of lost a bit of concentration in kind of some of our second ball and duels, and disappointing goal we conceded. But aside from that, I thought we handled that side of the game really well, which you have to. But I always felt we were a threat when we had the ball. I thought Sonny was unplayable in the first half, and so good to get Brennan back in those areas where he's always a threat. I think all 4 of our goals were quality goals. So, we had to do the hard things, had to work hard for it, but the sort of fruits of that labour was that I thought our front third play was super exciting and clinical.
Do you feel you've come through, as far as injuries go, the difficult phase of this season now?
Well, look, I mean, we've certainly benefited from having a couple of midweeks off for sure. That's coincided with getting some players back, which is also helpful. I mean, you saw today we were able to kind of rest a couple of players, and Pedro and Matters. I could make substitutions, and players coming on can make a difference. But we're certainly, we're certainly in a good space in terms of, using these 2 weeks as well as we could to just re-energise the team. And I think the team is re-energised. We've still got some significant players out. We've got Solanke, Richarlison, Van der Ven, Romero, Ben Davies out today. So, they're all still to come back as well. So I just feel like we've got a real good opportunity in this next sort of 10 days to be well equipped for what's ahead. And what's ahead is obviously Europe, but also an opportunity to address our league position, which is obviously not good enough. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I mean it's where Bren's really good for us. And we've missed that, to be fair. We don't have another one, sort of another front third player like him. He just knows when to arrive at the right time. He's really clinical, and it's just great to get him back. It's great to get him 60 minutes of football again. He's missed a lot of football, and I'm sure he'll feel good after today. Just managing his minutes as well. Like I said, we've got to try and navigate this next sort of 10 days, 2 weeks up until the sort of international break to make sure that we've got as many players available as possible, squad-wise, for what's ahead. And it's why I left Matters and Pedro out today, and I was able to give them a bit of a rest, and because we didn't want Destiny and Brennan to play more than 60 minutes. So all these kind of decisions at the moment are about, as I said, trying to get us into a position where we have as many players healthy as possible. Yeah. I think he enjoys the wax. He certainly, he's been great for us since he's come in. He's really taken to the club, taken to the group of players, taken on the challenge. It's not easy when you're, coming into a new club, and we're asking him to sort of come in and almost be, a senior member. We still had 3 teenagers out there starting today, and 4th coming on. So, it's still a really young team, but, I think Kevin's been a super addition for us.
And Archie had a tough sort of first 10, 15 minutes, but really stood up to the challenge. And I know you talk about every week, but he was really impressive today.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of Arch. Like I said during the week, we know he's playing out of position. We know he's kind of with running challenges, and he did out of delapse a handful for anybody in this league. And first few minutes it caused him some problems, but I love that Arch takes on that challenge. He doesn't shy away from it. He doesn't hide. He keeps going. And as I said, we'll get enormous growth out of him during this period. But right now, he's contributing to us. He's helping us. I thought we had to do some defensive work today. Not a lot, but the defensive work we had to do was important against like I said, a real top striker. And I thought he handled it well. I mean, it goes to show you how ridiculous a notion it was to start with. There's 11, 12 games to go? Yeah, and you're saying we're safe with 12 games to go when people were actually talking about it. But that's the hysteria that and that's all framed around sort of putting pressure on me and the the club. And I get that when you're in that position, you've got to accept that. For me, it was always about trying to, you know, we always had that sort of Villa Cup game as a marker for us, as we've got to get to that space as best we could. We obviously, you know, didn't get the outcomes we wanted to during that time, but not through the lack of will or effort from the players, and they were always my primary concern, just protect them and support them, because they gave everything during that period. Now they've got some help, they've got some rest, and like I said, we're not happy where we are in the league. Obviously it's unacceptable, but we've got an opportunity to address that now.
Do you feel like the mood has changed with 3 league wins in a row, lots of players coming back, and the sense that this can be a successful end to the season?
Yeah, it was never the mood. It's just, like I said, it's a different feeling because the lads have got energy. You know, they're recovering from games. They've got an opportunity to train. They've got support and help in terms of other players. Our training's been really good the last 2 weeks. Like I said, you know, first sort of training sessions we've had for 2.5 months, really. So I think the players, you saw even, you know, Decky today, Kulusevski, I mean, people forget he was unbelievable at the start of the year, but poor guy's just been grinding it for 2.5 months, through, you know, without any excuse, without any complaints. He's just been going. But you saw him today, you know, he's got energy, he can run at people, he scored a brilliant goal. So for all the players, I think it's not so much about the mood, it's just about the sort of mental state of, you know what, we've got an opportunity now to be able to perform at the levels we want to perform, without the sort of challenges we've had to face over the last 2.5 months.
And was it a bit different today with Gray on the right, Dancer on the left?
Yeah, we just felt Archie, you know, is more comfortable on the right, and we just felt that we'd do better on the right and give Kev a go on the left-hand side. We want to see, obviously, how he goes left-hand side, because he may have to play on that side for us during this period.
Was that justified by Gray's fantastic ball over the top in the first half?
Oh, if you say so, mate, I'll take it. Yeah, well, you know, any decision I make that you think is a good one is a positive. Look, I thought, like I said, Archie, you know, he's handled everything we've thrown him really well. Like I said, I just felt today we kind of knew, you know, Delap's a handful for all of them. I just felt putting Rachi, you know, he's a right-sided player, putting him on the right side, and Kevin's a bit more experienced. Like I said, I wanted to see how Kevin handled the left-hand side, because, you know, that's an area where we may need him during this run-in. And I thought, again, both of them handled it well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.